Legal Defense and Assistance Project (Ledap) on Thursday called for an abolition of the death penalty as a measure of punishment for capital offenses in the Nigerian criminal jurisprudence. The project made the call in a news conference held in Lagos, jointly hosted by the Human Rights Law Center, Hurilaws. The event, which commemorates the 19th World Day Against Death Penalty, is organized with the support of the World Coalition Against Death Penalty. Speaking at the conference, Senior Program Manager for Ledap, Mrs. Pamela Okorigwe, said that the project is concerned with the role of the media in helping to drive home the quest for an abolition of death penalty. According to her, one of the major reasons the death penalty should be stopped includes the fact that once done, it cannot be undone, regardless of whether such persons are found innocent in the long run.
Life, right? God gave us this life. It wasn't given to us by the government. So the government does not have that power to actually take life from its citizens. Rather, it has the right to protect its citizens. So that's why we are saying that this should be abolished. The third one is there is no credible evidence to show that it deters crimes. So one of the arguments that people who are really still clamoring for death penalty to be retained, in our laws is that, once this person is killed, then it's going to stop people from committing crime. But death penalty has been with us since, right? It's been there for how long? Has it stopped the rate of crimes? No, I want to hear it. Has it stopped the rate of crimes? It hasn't stopped the rate of crimes. Rather, it keeps going up. It keeps going higher. And every day or most times when you go to criminal court, when you go to our courts, the judges who are in charge of criminal cases keep sentencing people to death. But it doesn't deter. I strongly believe that what actually deters people from committing crime is the fear of being apprehended. So if we have an effective criminal justice system, if the gatekeepers of our criminal justice system, who are the police, if they're very effective and properly equipped to carry out their job, and if people know that these people are very effective to be able to carry out their job, then people will be scared to commit offenses.
In his remark, Program Manager for Hurilaws, Mr. Collins Okeke, said that the argument for the death penalty, which has been in existence for over 40 years, stems from the belief that such penalty will reduce the tide of crime. According to him, another perception is the popular notion of a tit for a tat, adding that, sadly, quite sadly, this is also not always the case, as it is very clear that in our contemporary society, tit is not always for tat. Okeke therefore urged a reshaping of the security architecture of the country as a first step to wading off crime in society so as to mitigate circumstances of death penalty.
I am hoping that this media panel will create that buzz and that we can start that conversation again around how we use death penalty in Nigeria. So that's essentially my small introduction as to why we're here.
Also speaking at the event, an analyst and lawyer, Mr. Jude Igbanoy, urged on the need to explore a more restorative form of justice aimed at bringing out the good in any convict as opposed to the death penalty. Mr. Igbanoy called for the adoption of an unofficial moratorium, which he said will be first tested to see if it serves the avenue to mitigate requirement of the death penalty.
Lack all this while is that very effective interface with the media, thorough, orientation, by the media to project the right message to the public. I have had quarrels with my colleagues in the civil society community that you are too much involved over this abolition. That you had the moratorium for 8 years does not mean you can automatically jump from moratorium to abolition. By that moratorium was in place for about 3 years, from 2001 to 2000, people like Mr. Abako said, let's abolish. You cannot abolish without properly sensitizing the public, getting the government to believe in you, before you cannot say, can we give this a chance? So as soon as Obasanjo left, the entire Nigeria threw away the baby with the bathwater. Why is it that you cannot just jump from moratorium to abolition? You have to let moratorium sink in. To say, since moratorium, what are the statistics? Has the narrative changed? Do we now have more violent crimes? Or do we have less? I know that. But also it's very sad. I get very sad when an African country, I'll call it a very useless country, who had officially abolished South Africa. Within 3 or 4 years, they just turned 360 degrees to say, no, we are no longer abolishing.
Meanwhile, Ledap also showcased excerpts of a video clip of some persons formerly convicted and on death row, but whose sentences were quashed on appeal by the Legal Defense and Assistance Project. TripleNet TV reports that the call by Ledap is one among several other calls made by non-governmental organizations and interest groups, all seeking an end to the death penalty in Nigeria. Reporting for TripleNet Television, I am Ife Sinachi Gloria Ejinkonye.